Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy, what day is it?
March 2nd.
Matinee Day, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, it is
Matinee
Wednesday.
Day. Happy Matinee Day, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing? Come on in. Come on in. Here they come.
Welcome.
The hearts are starting. Hi, all of you.
I love hearts.
Is everyone having a good day? We're having a very busy day.
Very busy.
We're moving soon, our offices, so it's a lot of... Yes!
Linda Balgord.
Linda Balgord is here.
Everyone's really excited.
Yes, people are super excited. Australia's excited. It's very exciting. Yeah.
London's excited. Wales is excited.
Madame G in Phantom of the Opera, and she, she's done a lot of iconic roles. We're gonna get
You'll
to
get
that.
into it.
Phantom is life. I agree, Broadway girl. Jeffrey got to interview her once. Well, Jeffrey, today's my turn. So, hi everybody. Michigan loves Phantom. I know Pennsylvania. Sorry, I'm just trying to upstate New York.
Brazil.
I love when someone says I'm upstate New York, because a lot of people are like in foreign countries, and then they're just Phantom is life.
It's
Okay,
all
all right. Calm down. We're gonna get there.
The fans are joining us.
We love it. The fans.
All the fans.
I'm number one fan.
You are.
Okay, what happened in the news today? Any big news? Not that much news.
Well, okay, there was some news, but before we get to the news, the most important thing that happened today was that you interviewed Rachel Tucker on Show People.
Oh, yeah. My Rachel.
I learned
you might
something.
know her. She plays Elphaba.
You might know her. She plays Elphaba. Irish girl, red hair. Loves the green.
Yes.
But what I learned from that was that you have a birthday twin in
God.
Rachel Tucker.
That's right. Rachel Tucker's my birthday twin.
So that's really not news. Though,
and I
was
discovered
really
that like 20 minutes before she sat down for the interview, and we're not born the same year. I'm a little older, but I almost forgot to mention it until the very end. But it reminded me of when Idina Menzel came on my birthday, though. And her birthday's like a day later.
A couple days before.
Day later, or 2 days later. I don't know.
I'm sure they all know.
All the Elphabas are born around me.
They're all Geminis.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, thank you, Bobby. We appreciate that you watch live at 5. And it's good to have you here. Okay, so anyway, watch my interview.
So there's some news.
Yeah.
So there's a director attached to the Speed the Plow movie.
I know you're all desperately waiting for a Speed the Plow movie. Every one of you out there.
Isn't
this one of the twins?
Michael Polish.
Yeah, isn't he part of the twins?
Matthew
like
Polish.
There's those twins.
Yes, I don't know.
And they first made a movie called Twin Falls, Idaho.
That's correct.
And they were like twins in it. And I always love twin things because of Sideshow. But yeah, so anyway, one of the twins is directing.
It's not like Sideshow. Speed the Plow is really not like Sideshow, so just so you know. In case you're
It's
worried
not.
or you might think
I wonder if Madonna could still pull off her role.
I'm sure she
What do you think, Michael Boraski?
I think you can.
Phantom publicist / Big DJ.
Big DJ.
DJ Mike. Anyway.
So that's one thing. There is, remember how we talked about, I don't know if you were here, we talked about pilot for the Tracy Letts play Superior Donuts.
Yeah, so
that pilot has been cast.
I know.
And the star is
Brian Darcy James.
Yes.
Very exciting for Brian.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's like it was Tracy Letts' follow-up play to August Osage
County.
She's the play person. I'm the musical person. So that he did that. He had that huge hit, and then Superior Donuts came, and it wasn't a hit.
It wasn't a hit, but it was really a good play.
Yeah, and it was set like in a donut shop, and so Brian, and then on Broadway the role was played by
Michael McKean.
Right, Michael McKean of Lenny and Squiggy fame.
Among other things.
Among other things.
Among other things. I'm just going to leave it at that.
We don't know when Something Rotten is going to come to Broadway. I mean, to London. It's on Broadway. And Brian is still in it, by the way.
And your theater
Brian
teacher is Brian's sister, so you must be the very, very
So that's exciting. That's exciting. And there's a lot of pilot news. So it's pilot season. So
There's some
let's
other
see.
stuff.
Krista Rodriguez is doing something with John
Lithgow.
Lithgow. I don't want to say Lithgow. Lithgow. She's playing his daughter.
Right.
And then also Steve Kazee is
Tony winner.
Somebody's finally making a new Nancy Drew television series.
And Tony nominee Kate
The Nancy Drew
Levering.
Mysteries, and Steve Kazee is involved.
What else can we tell
that's
you?
exciting.
There's a lot of pilots. Also, Sarah.
And Carly Hughes just booked a pilot.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah.
Carly Hughes.
Yeah. And High School Musical 4 is happening. Thank you, Henry. Okay.
Got a lot going on.
And also Dirty Dancing, that Dirty Dancing movie we talk about every day. There's still more news.
Sarah
Yesterday they cast Penny with Nicole Scherzinger,
And Penny. That's
who
right.
might have some sort of connection with today's Live at 5 guest. And and now they cast
The sister.
Sarah Hyland's going to be the sassy sister.
Sassy sister.
The
Sarah
one who's
Hyland's
taking
a
the
Modern
choreography,
Family.
you know. Yeah.
And she was also on Broadway in Grey Gardens.
She was when she was a young girl before she became a TV star.
That's right. What else is up?
We're excited to see Alfie Bow as J.M. Barrie too and Finding Neverland. Thanks for bringing that up. The Fiddler cast was on Colbert last night.
And a funny, not a normal.
Totally fun skit. Somebody on our Facebook wall said they were there for the taping and Colbert broke his glasses midway through.
That's
then
good luck, I think.
And they had to like, did you see
hire.
that comment? And they had to like stop the taping and fix them. Anyway, they fixed.
He must have really been into it.
He really got into it. Oh, and they're Younger. There's an episode of Younger tonight, starring Matthew Morrison.
And Sutton Foster.
It's Sutton Foster's show. Yes, Matthew Morrison's a guest star, and I saw an advanced
all I will
peek,
say is it might have something to do with the goat and who is Sylvia.
which is a very highbrow reference.
You're welcome.
But you will never look at Matthew Morrison the same way again.
Wow.
After this episode
That's
of
all
Younger.
you need to know. I'm gonna
So-
I'm gonna leave that there.
Are you gonna leave that there?
I'm gonna
You're
leave
leaving
that right
that
there.
there?
I'm gonna leave everything here because Linda Balgord
I know.
is gonna come.
Let's get her over here. Linda Balgord, everybody. Come on over, Linda.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Live Fibers.
Don't you look nice and green with red hair?
Thank you.
Rachel Tucker did the same. She did the same thing.
Oh, really?
Well, she, green and red
Right.
goes good, right?
Yeah.
Hi. Look, everybody's thrilled.
Hello, everybody. How are you people over across
I'm
the
a
pond?
huge. Scoot over. Just like I just want you closer to me.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are
How's
you?
Phantom?
Phantom's great.
The blockbuster, the Broadway
Phantom's
blockbuster.
Phantom. It's always,
Always.
fabulous. Yeah.
Always. I mean, it really is always fabulous. That show
Yeah.
never dusty.
No.
They get the dustbuster out once a week over there. I don't know.
That's
that
right.
show's always good.
That's right.
Somebody has a question right away.
Right.
So somebody said, so you are playing Madame Giry. Am I saying it right?
That's right. Giry.
And
Yes.
you did it on tour first.
Yes, I
So
did.
somebody just asked you, what's the difference between doing it on Broadway and on the road?
You don't have to move every 2
Not
weeks.
packing your bags constantly.
Which is really nice.
Did you get really good at packing?
You get to live at home.
Did you get really good at packing?
Yes,
did
I
you
did.
like
Actually,
a pro?
I got much better at it.
Total
yeah.
pro. Yeah, now you're on Broadway. I mean, it's much nicer. You get to live at home.
Yeah.
Getting to live at home. The Phantom set is the best I've seen in a long time. Yeah, that set. I mean, it's amazing that was designed. Maria Bjornsson designed it in the '80s, and
it's
and
still-
it's so it's like you don't. It looks like the most modern, cool. I don't know. I think because it's so clever, because it's so it used sort of like old theatrical ideas,
Yes.
but it was also like a cool
Yes.
new modern thing at the time. So I think it's sort of timeless.
And I like how they use empty space a lot too.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yeah,
the
less is more
blackness.
sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Madame Giry, now she's something.
She is something.
Well,
a
first of all,
enigma.
there's so much backstory now with
Yeah.
her, and forward story. If you know Love Never Dies.
Love Never Dies,
I mean,
yes.
Madame Giry has all
I've
kinds
seen
of
it.
things happening in Love Never Dies. Did you dig into that at all? Have you heard it?
I actually saw the
You saw it?
the DVD. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. So you know the future story and the backstory is
And
that she like saved Phantom. Is that a
Yes.
spoiler? Everybody knows that, right? Somebody said, "Would you ever think about playing it in Love Never Dies? Would you want to do the story in Love Never Dies?"
Sure. Why
Absolutely.
Not?
I love
not?
Love Never Dies, and I love Phantom. So, what do you love about her? There's so much. It's talking about less is more, right? There's so much. She's just like commands the stage, and there's so much, so mysterious, and you don't know much about her, but then there's also so much to know just by looking at her, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what makes her so interesting, is that she's obviously in control and knows what's going on,
She's running that joint.
and people think of her as being severe, which she is. But I also, one of the things I love about her is how much she loves the girls. Christine, Meg, and how much she wants to protect them. And in the second act, once things start getting really dangerous, she really wants to help and protect Christine. Yeah.
A woman of power,
Yes.
Aubrey just said.
Yes, thank
absolutely
you.
a woman
You're
of power.
right.
Who else in Phantom would you like to play?
Who else?
I don't know. Any role in Phantom you'd like to sing for a night or sing right now?
I'm
or-
happy with Madame
She
Giry.
likes what she has.
I'm happy with her.
Now, I saw you. You were, I mentioned Nicole Scherzinger before because you were the final Grisabella in
I
Cats on
was,
Broadway. I saw
at
you.
the
You were
Winter
phenomenal.
Garden. Thank
I saw it like
you.
3 times with you because I had to keep seeing it because I love Cats too.
Oh, thank you.
I'm an Andrew Lloyd Webber file.
Yeah.
What was it like? I remember the final performance and that big party. Remember that big bash? And
I do remember the party, but I just remember how terrifying it was because everybody was there, and it was a little nerve-wracking.
Have you?
Because no matter how well you sing memory,
Right.
those people, everybody there, they'll never forget the first time they heard
Right,
it, and
right, yeah.
it was just, I just didn't want to screw up.
you did not. You did not screw up at all. Have you sung the song since?
Yes, I've done it in concerts since. Yeah.
You sort of carry it with you a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Somebody said you look like Jennifer Goodwin.
Oh, I've heard that before, actually.
Well, we'll take that.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Who inspires you? Are there any like Broadway people that inspire you, or maybe that you looked up to when you were coming up, or any like?
Well, I mean, you know, I grew up back in the day of the album when you had to listen to albums.
The vinyl. I used to go to the library and take them out and
Yes.
then learn. And then Cats. I remember getting my Cats vinyl and putting it on and memorizing it.
Yeah, well, certainly Julie Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, when I was in high school, I did My Fair Lady, and I learned to singing that album with her.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sing along with
definitely.
Julie.
Sing along with Julie.
What was
Not
your
a bad choice.
What was the first Broadway show you saw?
The first Broadway show I ever saw was Evita, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you remember who was Evita?
I saw a matinee, so I think it might have been. You know, I'm not sure. I can't remember right now. That's really bad of me.
That's all right. That's all right. There are a lot of Evitas. What was your first audition like for? I don't know what for. Maybe
For
what was
what?
the first like memorable audition in your career? Like, do you remember like sort of the moment when you booked? What was the first thing you booked that you were like, oh wow, I'm doing this. I'm part of this now.
Well, I had one of those when I was in Chicago, when I got out of school.
The city, not the show.
Yes, sorry, I've never been to Chicago. I don't dance like that. But I had just moved to the city. I'd gotten out of school, and they were doing Evita, actually, at the Marriott Theater there. And I went in. Nobody really had any idea who I was, and I auditioned and I sang, and I could tell I kind of stopped their brains for a second.
Have a very large voice. I'm not surprised. Like,
and that was a big moment for me. That was the role where I got my equity card, actually. And I would say, I don't know, there have been so many of them that just, you know, I can't believe, you know, you still can't believe you're in the room half the time.
Mm-hmm. You, speaking of Andrew Lloyd Webber, you
Yes.
also were in Sunset Boulevard on the Road.
Right.
Norma
right.
Desmond.
The first national, yes.
God, I
Yes.
mean, that's a fun role, huh?
Yeah, it is a fun role. It was, actually the first time I auditioned for it, I auditioned to be Glenn's standby.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that audition, Andrew flew me over to sing at a big gala in London at the Whitehall Banqueting Palace. And that's where I met Omar Sharif.
Oh my God, you met Omar Sharif.
Yes, I
I've only
did.
met his son.
I did. Someone tapped me on the shoulder after the event. I sang With One Look at the event.
Yeah.
And I turned around and it was Omar Sharif.
Oh my God,
And he
Nikki
kissed my
Arnstein,
hand.
Nikki Arnstein.
Well, that's what I
Go ahead,
wanted to
your hand,
sing because I did that role in my youth a long time ago. I don't know why I started talking about that.
Because Andrew Lloyd Webber flew you over there, and then he said,
okay.
you can do the tour. Right?
No, then I didn't get it because they
Oh.
decided that I was too young. But then a few years later, I was old enough. That's what show business will do to you.
I mean, Andrew, it's funny, Andrew Lloyd Webber really gets behind people he likes. You know what I
Yes,
mean? There's a lot of
yes.
performers, like actually Rachel Tucker is another one who's at Alphabet right now. He gets behind certain performers he likes, and then he really sort of like, you know, he carries them through a little bit.
And I also did Aspects of Love, the
love Aspects of
Canadian
Love.
and then U.S.
Right,
tour of
right.
Aspects
That was a
of Love.
beautiful
and played
production.
Rose. It was
like a totally
gorgeous.
different production than what was on Broadway.
Right.
It was like a sort of reinvention.
Yeah, Robin Phillips directed
Right.
it. Stunning visual, all white curtains.
Yeah, I remember all the white.
Right.
I want that to come back to Broadway.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
don't know.
It's a pretty score.
It is. It's a gorgeous score. People love it or hate it.
Yeah, I know. But everybody loves Phantom. But how are the PHANS? How are the fans? How is the stage door? You get obviously a lot of international.
Yes, a lot of international people. They're terrific. Fans are great. We love you, fans. Come again.
Thank you,
Come
fans.
again.
Yeah, keep
Thank
coming
you.
back. Keep coming back. What musical do you think should be on Broadway that isn't? Are there any shows you think should come back? Is there anything you are a fan of, or?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question.
That's a hard question. How dare you ask a hard question?
Yeah.
On a matinee Wednesday.
Except Phantom has a matinee Thursday.
Oh right, I forgot.
That's
Phantom
right.
is different. Wednesday matinees are like becoming a thing of the past almost. So
I know there are a lot of people that don't have Wednesday.
Yeah, they're going
matinees
away.
now. Yeah.
You also, I saw you covered. So you covered the role of Rose in Gypsy.
Yes, I
When
was Patty
Patty-
standby. Yes,
Did you go on?
I did one Saturday. I did 2 shows.
Wow.
In the whole time I was there, she only missed that one day.
That's the problem with being standby for someone who's so Professional.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So were you able to get people there that you wanted to see it?
I was able to get my husband and,
Okay.
and a couple of people from my agency were able to come.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was a little bit, because it was pretty last minute.
Yeah. You also covered Fosca in Passion,
I
right?
did.
You were in Passion, but then you covered...
I was in it, right? Yeah.
For Donna
and
Murphy, right?
I did, yeah. And I got to do that a number of times.
Cool.
Which was terrific.
You played so many big roles. I mean, like...
Yeah. I've been lucky.
Yeah, it's an amazing career. Is there anything that you are dying to do? Is there any role that you're like, God, if someone just... If I wrote like a $8 million check right now,
Right.
let's do that revival with Linda. What do you want? What do you want to
Well,
do?
I'd like to do Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's kind of the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
shall we
yeah,
say?
totally.
Hoping for.
That'd be fun. Do you have a favorite song in Phantom or a favorite moment? I mean, Music of the Night is obviously an iconic song.
Right. I like Wishing. I really love Wishing. I think it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And I am very
Wishing you were somehow here again.
Yes.
Dot, dot,
yes.
dot. Wish, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, and I'm very fond of Julia Udine, who's the Christine right now.
I haven't
because
seen her yet.
We did the tour together, and then we came to Broadway together.
Cool.
So I love her. I adore that girl.
It's a big family backstage at Phantom, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You could feel the family energy. Somebody was just playing that song on the piano. Aubrey was just playing Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, which we're now only going to call Wishing.
Wishing.
Now that's what the VIPs just call it Wishing. I love it. Is there anything else you want people to know? Are there onstage mishaps in a show as polished as Phantom?
Sure.
Natalie wants to know, yeah?
Yeah, things happen. Just last week, the whip cracker came off the whip that the slave master has at the beginning of the show.
So just like fell off?
It made no noise, so he just had to hit the end of it on the stage.
That's ridiculous.
for emphasis. So, stuff like that happens.
These things happen.
These things.
Henry,
happen.
who's a regular viewer, said you are so lovely,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I agree.
Thank
I've been a big
you.
fan forever, and I'm so thrilled that you're in Phantom because it's like somebody I love and a show I love, and that's always good when those things happen. And Australia says hi.
Hi, Australia.
Hello, Australia. We wish we were there.
In Japan. Wow, that's
In
great.
Japan, see that? It's crazy.
What college did I go to?
What college?
I went to Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Oh,
for my
yeah,
undergrad
you're a
degree.
Midwest girl.
I am a Midwestern girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Look, Brazil.
That's
It's crazy.
great.
Okay, we got to wrap it up.
All right.
But thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
it's
for
such
having
a
me.
pleasure. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
And everybody, please go see Phantom
Come
at
to
the Majestic
Phantom.
Theater. It's still there, at like the best theater on Broadway.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you tomorrow live at 5.
Bye.